if you've ever tried noticing how people open their speech, then you will realize that almost 90% of the people open their speeches in only one of the following two ways, right? Now, let us suppose that the speech that you're about to give is on air pollution. Then the first way would be like this. Hello, my name is Jeff, and I'm really excited and I'm really honored to be here today, and the presentation that I'm going to give is about air pollution. And as you all know, air pollution is a very dangerous thing that is happening. It has caused a lot of deaths worldwide, and it has to be controlled, etc, etc, etc. Okay, now that was a pretty decent opening. It had greetings, it had the introduction of the speaker and all of those things, but then it's a very generic opening. Okay, now for example, if you're at a conference or you're in a competition where there are like 10 speakers or 20 speakers, every single one of them has the same introduction. Okay, so your audience is practically bored, and they've had it programmed in their mind that the first 30 seconds is just garbage. They don't want to listen to your name, they don't want to listen to whatever introductions you have to say. Okay, now here's a second way that people might use. So they go up to the mic like mic check, 1 2 3, mic check, can everybody listen to me? Yeah. So hi everybody, my name is Jeff, and my presentation is on public speaking and blah 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 blah. Okay, that's how it continues on from there. So again, a very generic opening. So but if you have seen any good public speaker, right, if you've noticed how some of the best public speakers open their speech, then you'll realize that they have only 3 ways of doing it, right? And these 3 ways are what I like to call as the best 3 ways of opening a speech. For example, take this opening. Is it just me, or does anyone else in this room feel like they've been coughing a lot lately? I drive to the office at around 8 every morning, and I feel like there's nothing fresh about the air anymore. A lot of my friends too have been visiting the doctor more often, and I think there's something awfully wrong with the air. Now, after that, you can just attach whatever your speech or your presentation says about air pollution, relating with the audience. So what you do is basically say something that the audience might have felt in the past, or you think they are experiencing right now, and you just highlight it. You just highlight their emotions and their experiences. What you do by doing this is that you relate to the audience better. Okay, so they subconsciously relate to you and your speech, and thus that is how you get their attention. And this is exactly why this makes it one of the best ways in which you can engage your audience. Alright, now let's have a look at the second best way to do this thing. So the second best way is to tell something that is very shocking, like a fact that just boggles their mind. For example, look at this. In the last 10 years, the total number of people dying due to air pollution is roughly equal to the population of Denmark. I want you to listen to this once again. In the last 10 years, the total number of people dying due to air pollution is roughly equal to the population of Denmark. And that's pretty shocking, isn't it? It's like saying that air pollution has practically wiped out an entire country. Now when you say something like this, people are jolted in their seats. Okay, so you'll realize that a lot of the audience, in fact at least half of the audience, is leaning forward and is very eager to listen to what you have to say next. Okay, so this is the highlight of the second method, that you use something that is very shocking, and that is exactly what makes the audience more interested to listen to you. But let's have a look at the best way to start a speech, and it's also one of the most simple ways, and you've probably been exposed to it a lot, especially when you are a child. So the best way to start a speech is by saying once upon a time. That's right, start your speech by saying once upon a time. Everybody loves to listen to stories, and as children we've all been trained to know when a story is coming. So the moment you say once upon a time, almost everybody in the room will start listening to you. But you can't really use that when you're addressing a group of adults, especially when you're in a corporate environment. So here's the grown-up way of saying it. In July 2015, a researcher working with the University of Columbia discovered something that has shocked the entire scientific community. I remember how the results of his experiments made headline news, and after I read the article about his findings, I had a lot of trouble sleeping in the night. Now try saying something like this and see if there's anybody in the audience still playing games on their phones. Stories have the power to attract people like nothing else. When you start off with a story, your audience will instantly connect with you and pay really close attention. So every time you're making a speech, try to use this. Try to use the first way, and use this simply because that's the most effective way of grasping your audience's attention. So let's have a quick look again on what the 3 best ways are. The third best way is to use the experiences or the feelings of the audience to relate to them. Basically, you're trying to relate to the audience, and that is how you get their attention, right? The second way is to use a fact. Now this works because it alarms the audience. Use a fact that shocks them. So that's how you get them alarmed, and that is what gets them paying attention. Now the first best way is to simply say a story. This could be any story that actually exists, or something you make up on your own by using facts, okay? I mean, you could even lie if you're confident enough, but make sure you don't find out. So that's all I had to say about this in this video, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope you find it helpful, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'd be very happy to answer them. And please share this video with your family and friends, and subscribe to my channel. And thanks a lot again for watching this video. Have a great day.